Welcome back to the Cottage farmstead and our farmhouse build. I'm Rebecca. My husband Nathan is on the ladder that you see there, precariously balanced on the stairs. He's working on mudding over the stairwell and going up in the hall there, as we were mostly focusing on getting the main level finished. That's what we need in order for us to move into the house, and then we will finish the upstairs as we have time over the next several months. So he's working on that because right now the ceiling above me is fully painted and it is drying. So last weekend, cousin Paul came over and he had experience using a paint sprayer. He painted houses as part of a college job, so he had some experience. So he showed Nathan how to use the paint sprayer and then helped us prime all of the walls in the main level. So you can see how beautiful they look even just with primer on them. And then today is the following Thursday, and Nathan was able to get all of the ceiling paint on. And this coming weekend, we are going to have a crew of people here meeting up with us, and we're going to be painting all the beautiful colors on the wall.
So the reason you want to prime is drywall by itself absorbs so much, whether it's moisture or whatever you put on it. If you do not prime, you need 2 or 3 times as much paint. So primer essentially enables it to absorb into the sheetrock, but then also provide a nice tacky surface for the paint to then hold on to after that, giving you a much more consistent coat with your paint, which is much more expensive than the primer.
So the paint colors that we're choosing are probably going to look really familiar to you if you've been around our channel for a while. So in the main living area here, we're going to be using the same gray that was in our old living room. It's a gray we both really like. It's neutral. It helps us get into the house and figure out, do we want other colors? Do we want it lighter? Do we want it darker? Do we want an accent wall? It's just something nice and neutral to move in. We already know we like the color, so we're willing to buy it in like giant 5-gallon buckets rather than trying to find a paint color that we're not sure we're going to like or not and then buying it in big expensive buckets. So we're picking colors that we know we already like, so we don't have to worry about some of those decisions right now. So going into the hall here, we're going to be using the paint color that was in our old kitchen. It was similar to like Sherwin-Williams sea salt that's really popular. It's one step more towards blue in the color, but it's a blue-gray color that we'll be having on the walls in the hallway here. And we're also going to be using that same color in our master bathroom. And over here, we have this small little wall over here where the washer and dryer is going to go. So in the bottom is going to be our white washer and dryer, and above it, we're going to be using the same bright turquoise blue color that we loved in our old dining room. We're going to have it right there just on that small little bit of wall. It plays nicely with that blue-gray color that's going to be on the rest of the walls. So it's a nice pop of color over in this area to liven up some of our daily chores. So when you come in the back door, you have the washer dryer area that we just looked at, where we're doing that nice cloudburst turquoise color. And then the half bath is right there on the right. So we're going to paint this room initially that same cloudburst turquoise color. It's a color that we love. Eventually we do want to do some sort of fun wallpaper. We'd like to make this a very vintage looking, almost like Victorian looking bathroom. So we'll probably play with this over the years, but to get us started, we already had to buy a gallon of paint for that one wall over there. So we're just going to use the remainder of the paint in this tiny little room here to have a nice fun pop of color. So here in the master bedroom, we're going to paint it the exact same color our old master bedroom was, which is a light green color. Nathan and I both like the color. It's a very relaxing color. It's not too vibrant. And being a color that we already love, it's just one less decision that we have to make while we're building our house. Well, that's a preview of the paint that's going to be going on the walls, and I will leave you with a montage of painting day. So today we had family come and help us get the entire main level of the house painted. So there is not a surface without paint. on the main level. So its next steps for us is going to be flooring. But before then, I will give you a quick tour of what the house looks like now that there's paint on the walls. Let's go inside. All right, so here's our main living area. And my sister-in-laws, Rebecca and Jenny, came this morning and helped us get this area painted. Look at that. Looking great. We will be working on the stairway area. We didn't have that primed in time, but we'll be working on getting that primed and painted later this week. Going over this way, we have our hallway. Beautiful blue-gray color. Looking lovely. And over here, we did a pop of color with the washer and dryer wall. It's a little hard to see with the being backlit by the sun. And then that same blue color that's on that wall is actually in our half bath. It's a little hard to see since we don't have lights in there yet, but it's the same color that was in our old dining room that we really loved, and we thought it'd be fun to have that pop of color in the half bath. And over here is our master suite. And my Aunt Marcella and my mom helped paint this room. And it's that light green color that we used to have in our old master bedroom that we decided to continue having here. Farmer Nathan's down there. He's doing the last little bit of touch-up with the green paint. There's a few little spots along the ceiling and places where the roller missed, so he's working on fixing that up. And over here we have the master bath. And Nathan's cousins, Paul and Chris, came and helped us get the hall and the master bath painted. And as you can see, it's in the same color as the hall, so similar blue color. And then we used the same gray that was in the main living area in our closet. So a lot of excellent progress today. Well, we're super thankful for everyone that came out to help us paint today. It was a huge blessing to be able to get the entire main level painted in one go, as that allows us to move on to flooring next, as we are definitely starting into the crunch time, as we need to get in by the end of October, or at least get our certificate of occupancy. There's some things that you don't have to have done, like trim and things, to move in, but as some of y'all know from watching previous videos, is the tools that were stolen when we reported them to the insurance, they made us fill out all the paperwork, denied the claim, and then the last straw was they sent us a letter in the mail saying they're canceling our entire policy at the end of October. So it's kind of urgent for us to be able to finish and then get an actual homeowner's policy at that point. So we're kind of pushing as much as we can to get in quickly. But this was a huge blessing that helped us get a step ahead on our journey and getting this house completed. We'll catch you next time as we put in the floor.